And I'm just thinking like, yeah, this is why I think, and I think that's why I was so into it was because, like, you can beat us in the polls, and you can take USAID and you can destroy it, and all those places that we've been for 50, 60 years that have been getting those bags that say with love from the United States and have our flag on it that land all over the fucking world that are a business card of love and compassion. Like, I don't understand. I don't know what their fucking budget is. Steve, can you see what USAID's budget is? But there should be some corporate sponsorships that pick up that fucking slack.
Well, that's what would
And
have to happen. It have to become more
and
privately
they,
funded.
they need to get on that immediately. I mean, what a better thing to do if you're Elon Musk than cut it and then fund it.
Cut it from government funding and then fund it through
44
Tesla.
billions 44
44 billion
billion's a
is the
lot
budget.
of money, man.
A lot of money.
That's probably
Though
16 more than we sent Ukraine.
0.6% of the U.S. government's
Yeah.
total $6.75 trillion budget. I'm not going to sit here and purport to know where all that money goes, but I'm sure they investigated it very
Man, I
thoroughly.
mean, it's the AIDS and all. I mean, there's so many things that we. I was in oh God, man, I was in South Africa. There's a city there that's got a. It starts with a D. Um, there's a giant AIDS ribbon type gimmick, a statue. Let me just real quick
Hmm.
because I just look it up.
This is more the America first, America only sentiment, and just the short sightedness of that. We've gotten into trouble so often by not. I mean, we don't have to be big brother to the entire world, but keeping things from becoming dumpster fires. It's like when the house next to you is a raging inferno, and you're like, well, not my house. Well, it's gonna be.
Yeah, I mean, map.
While you do that, I want to tell everybody that while Kevin looks up
Durban.
Durban, okay,
Fuck, I couldn't. So let me tell you a quick story about Durban.
mm-hmm.
So we go over, and it's an independent group, and we're
Wrestling.
yeah, we're wrestling in like Port Elizabeth, I think is one of the towns, Johannesburg, Cape Town, and Durban. It's four shots, and I'm coming out. I'm wrestling disco every night in the main.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Steiners were on that. I know Warlord was on that. Test was on that. Uh, it was we had a good group of guys,
Mm-hmm.
and so I'm in Durban, and I'm staying. They put us up in this horrible hotel, and I'm like, I'm not staying at this hotel. So I told the promoter, I said, "Is there anything like nice here?"
Mm-hmm.
And he said, "Yeah, there's a Hilton." So I said, "All right." I said, "I'll pay for my own room." So I went and stayed at the Hilton. So I got up the next morning, and we didn't have we had a show that night, and we were mostly wrestling in cricket stadiums, but in Johannesburg there's an actual arena.
Mm-hmm.
So I go down and I walk up to the concierge, and the guy looks like the guy from fucking John Wick that runs the
Which
hotel.
okay.
The black guy that runs. I can't think of the actor's name. He was on the fucking. He was on the Hill. He's a great actor. He's passed. But so I go down and I said, "Is there a gym around here?" And he looks at me. And he's just like, "Fitness." I said, "Yeah." He says, "Yes." He says, "But maybe not a good idea." I said, "Is it walking distance?" He says, "Yes." but maybe not a good idea. I said, okay. Why is it not a good idea? He says,
No
you're
Smith machine.
white. You're white. And I'm thinking, okay. He goes, and I got that long blonde hair. And, but he looks at me and he kind of goes, I don't know. He goes, you might be okay, he says. And he tells me how to say good day in Zulu. So
Do you remember? Because we could title this
I,
episode.
no, I mean, but I mean, it was one of those things where, it's like cramming for a physics test, and knowing the formulas. Like
Right.
once, you know, once it's over with, and you've
You
got
don't
them,
need it.
and you've got
Yeah.
three of them written in the brim of your fucking ball cap that you're going like this. Once it's over with, I'm not gonna be back in Durban. So it was a Richard. What is his Virgin? It was, but it was God. It was Branson's brand of like a fitness place. So I don't know, it was Virgin Atlantic. I don't know what it was, but it was like that brand. It was a big giant. Like, it was like 12 steps up to it. It was a big white building, and I walk in and I pay my fee, and they're just kind of staring at me. And I walk into the main floor, and I'm the only white person in there. So
You're not
Virgin
white.
Active, yes. Thank you, Steve. So I walk in, and it's like the old Merrill Lynch commercials where the fucking man, the whole gym just
E.F. Hutton.
stops.
When E.F.
You
Hutton
know, it's
talks,
that, but
people.
it was
E.F.
E.F. Hutton.
Hutton.
That's
Yeah.
right. When E.F. Hutton speaks, everybody listens. I walked in there, and I mean, there was no clanging. There was no. It was just like. So I went over, and I was going to train. I was going to train chess. I went over and there. I looked around. There was nobody on the incline bench. So I said, I'll do incline. So I put 135 on the incline. I warmed up, and it was like barely air on. It was probably 90 degrees in this place. And there's a line. They have two refrigerated water fountains, and there's probably three or four guys on each one of them. So I get in line, and everybody's drinking out of the drinking fountain. It's my turn to drink, and I don't think anything of it. I just bend over and drink, and they just looked at me like that white dude just drank behind, like, oh my god. So one of the people in the gym walked over and says, "You're not from here, are you?" I said, "No, I'm American." And the one guy said, "You're a wrestler," and I said, "Yeah." And he says, "You're sexy," and I said, "Yeah, I'm big
Damn right
sexy."
I am. Yeah.
Yeah, damn right. And we ended up going like I got spots. It was like people were so nice to me. Got a free protein drink on the way out, and we like a bunch of us went on the steps and we took some pictures, before we left. But this is like camera days. Like somebody had a
35
camera,
millimeter
yeah,
jam. Yeah.
and,
Yeah.
and, and, and took some pictures of us all. And I just walked back, and it was just like, and I bought this really cool chess set in the gift shop at the Hilton, which is still it's a Zulu like it's all like a tribal it's a sweet Tamarind T used to play chess on it all the time. It sits next to T's guitars underneath the spiral staircase that goes up to the roof.
Mm-hmm.
But just one of those. But the thing about the city was they said that if you were sitting on a bench and you were sitting in the middle of a bench and you had a person on each side of you, and you didn't have AIDS, one of the other two people did.
Oh, wow.
It was that prevalent there. And those are the places where we're trying to make a difference with USAID, and those are the places that will fall off the map now. So
That's the thing. It's that you don't think that there's going to be any blowback of international crises or epidemics,
Well,
pandemics.
and it's a situation where we don't have a problem saying dibs on Gaza, but aid to the rest of to the third world countries? No, we don't have time for that. Though we don't have a problem whatsoever making sure that 28 billion go to Jordan, 28 billion goes to uh, Egypt, most of it in arms, and when our president makes the decision of where the Palestinians should go, he tells Egypt and Jordan, along with Saudi Arabia, yeah,
You're taking.
yeah,
Yeah.
each of you guys take 600,000.
Yeah.
Did you watch his speech with fucking Netanyahu next to him?
No, I only read the coverage.
So I have to watch, because it came on too. Like Ari, I was getting ready to watch Ari. He's like my favorite, and it came out like right like is like between like a commercial like the president came on
Hmm.
and he just said like and see when the thing about like Trump is he says like it's basically absolute it's like the way he put it was it's worse for them to go back to and live in this rubble than it is to go someplace else. And you can't deny that.
Hmm.
Like where are you going to live? Like we've all seen, it's like it's just destroyed for the entire city is just rubble. There's
But
a
don't
couple
for a
of buildings.
minute, Kevin, think that this is being done out of any kind of magnanimous or
No,
or or any kind of an outreach to
no,
help anybody. This is going to be
it's a fucking
capitalized
it's a
upon.
cash grab.
Yeah, but some personally for somebody in his sphere, not even for the government. It's going to be personal gain for somebody.
Well, there'll be a Trump Tower in 35.
Hmm.
And even if he's gone and Barron's cutting the ribbon, I mean it's so and you sit there and you're just like it's the same as like he doesn't understand how offensive it is to the Canadians to say you're just going to be the 51st state. Like and I guess because growing up in Detroit and going across a bridge or a tunnel into Windsor and being so connected to Canada, like I don't know. I just I sit here and I just say to myself like, and all my buddies will text me and we'll go back and forth, and I just say, man, A T new, B I'm 65.